Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to the first lesson in module 1. On the screen, I have a list of materials that I think you will need while you are going through the course materials. The first is focus. Obviously, you'll need to concentrate so that you can have the best learning experience. The second one depends on whether or not you like to nibble on something while you're studying. I belong to the former group because right now I'm actually nibbling on exactly what you see on the screen. So if you think you or if you like that, then by all means. You will also need writing materials. If you're like me, a pen and paper is what you should have at hand. If not, you can use apps on your computer or on your phone, whatever works for you, so long as you're taking notes that you can revisit later. And last but not least, you will need lots of positive vibes and an open mind. So let's get right into lesson 1. The first thing you have to do before you begin your writing journey, or let me put it this way, what you need to lay the foundation of your writing journey on is the right mindset. You need to have your mind in the right frame so that you will be able to show up well when you want to write. Imagine that you have no control over your inner critic. And by inner critic, I mean that voice that comes into your mind or that comes into your head, that whispers to you all these unsavory things when you want to write. That goes like, who are you to write something that other people will read? Or what makes you so special that you want to write something and someone else will pay for it? Or what do you think your experiences can teach someone, or your knowledge can do for people? You know that voice I'm talking about. Yes, you need to get control of that voice and put yourself in the right headspace so that you can be able to show up properly. And to do this, you need to be conscious of the things that I have outlined on the screen. You need to be conscious of your intentions. You need to be conscious of the beliefs that you hold. You need to be conscious of what you adopt, and you need to be conscious of the trust that you have. Now, about intentions, as is said in our deen, actions are judged by intentions. And you, me, and every other Muslim on the face of this earth was created to worship Allah, to do deeds that He will be pleased with, and ultimately deeds that you will get rewarded for. So why not add your skill, your writing talent, to that list of good deeds that you can get rewards for? Why not, right? So to do this, you have to make the intention that you write for His sake, that you write for Allah's sake, that you write seeking the pleasure of Allah. Now, this doesn't mean that you should not make other intentions. Okay, for example, you can have an intention to maybe motivate or inspire people with your writing, or you can have the intention to earn through your writing. You can have these intentions, but the ultimate intention will be that you are writing for His sake. And then you can now tie all the other intentions that you make. They will be like subsets. Okay, the ultimate intention will be write for a sake, and then the subset will be, okay, I'm writing for a sake to teach people, I'm writing to earn so that I can do sodako, for example, do sodako for my family, for strangers, so that I can get rewarded by him. Or I'm writing to motivate or inspire people so that people can read my story and get motivated for his sake. So in essence, what I'm saying is that the ultimate intention to be is the ultimate intention you should make is that you are writing for Allah's sake, and then make every other intention a subset of that intention, so that whenever you write, you'll be able to get rewarded for it. It won't just be something that you do for earthly rewards only. The second thing I would like you to be conscious of is the beliefs that you hold. Everything starts with you. And like the quote on the screen says, whether you think you can or think you can't, you are right. You know, I mentioned in the beginning, I mentioned the inner critic. This is part of the work that you need to do to gain control of that voice in your head. You need to take back the power from it, because it does wield a lot of power. It stifles a lot of people. It makes people shrink back from showing up and becoming the best version of themselves, whether it's in family or whatever. But in this case, we are talking about, your writing skill, your creativity. So what I want you to start doing to silence that inner critic, that inner voice in your head, is that, first of all, you should believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. Also, I want you to believe that this talent, this skill that Allah has gifted you is something valuable. Believe that it is valuable and that you can share it with the world. Even if you do not want to share it now, it's fine. Just believe that it is valuable. Allah did not give it to you. Allah did not put it in you for for putting it there. It is valuable, and you need to believe that it is valuable and it's there for a purpose. Okay. I also want you to believe that Allah can aid you in your journey to becoming a better writer. Contrary to what is spread out there, that you need to only believe in yourself and just manifest what you want and the universe will get it to you. No, the universe has no power. And even if you manifest something, and by manifest I mean maybe think about something, you need to make dua to Allah and believe that He and He alone will get it for you. So when you make dua to Allah, make dua that He should aid you in your journey to being a better writer, and believe that He will aid you. Could aid you by placing you in the path of resources that you will need, or He could do that by placing resources that you need in your path. Okay, so believe that Allah can aid you in your journey to becoming a better writer. And I'd also like you to believe that Allah will add blessings, lots and lots of barakah in your efforts to gaining more knowledge and skills so that you can improve your writing. And finally, believe that you can achieve all the goals that you set, all the writing goals that you've set, bi-idhnillah. The third thing I would like you to be conscious of is the mindset that you adopt. I would like you to adopt a growth mindset and an abundance mindset. By growth mindset, I mean that, for example, in life and obviously in your writing journey now, you will encounter some problems or some hurdles. And I will not like you, what I would like for you to do now is do not look at these problems as problems. Train your mind to not recognize them as problems. Allow your mind to recognize it as a challenge. Think of it as a challenge. You know why? Your mind sees a problem as something that is never ending, something that it can never get out of, and it just starts giving you all these worst case scenarios of what will go wrong, how everything is going to keep going bad, and blah blah blah. But if you train your mind to see it as a challenge, your mind will believe that, okay, this is a challenge and I have to surmount it, I have to overcome it, and then it will start giving you suggesting solutions, suggesting ideas and ways that you can surmount it and come out of it. Okay, so when you adopt this growth mindset, you'll see that. And what does a challenge do for you? It helps you grow, right? So when you see whatever problems or hurdles that you face as challenges, you ultimately grow. When you come out on the other side, you grow in experience, you grow in knowledge, and that's it. So the best thing is to adopt a growth mindset and also adopt an abundance mindset. And by that I mean, many writers tend to believe that there are already fantastic, great books out there written by legendary writers. Who would want to read my own book? Many writers think that. I think that. I used to think that. I'm slowly getting out of that mindset. And instead of thinking there are over 7 billion people in this world, who would want to read my book when there are other fantastic books, fantastic authors out there? Instead of thinking of it that way, why not train your mind to think that if there is one person out there, or not even if, don't use the word if, think that there is one person out there, out of all the 7 billion people, there is one person out there who wants to read my book, who is waiting to read what I have to share, who is waiting to read my story, who is waiting to read my work, who is waiting to learn from me, who is waiting to get inspired by my story, who is waiting to connect with me. So when you think of it that way, you will see that you will see a difference in in everything that you do. Okay, so adopt a growth mindset and adopt an abundance mindset. And the last thing that I'd like you to do is to trust. I'd like you to trust in Allah. This is different from belief. They seem similar, but they are not. Because a lot of people believe in Allah, but do not trust that He can do things for them, do not trust that He can get things for them, right? They believe in Allah, but they do not trust Him. So I would like you to believe in Him and trust Him as well. Trust Him that He is going to do everything that you have asked for Him, from Him, or of Him, sorry. Trust Allah that He will aid you and He will help you to achieve whatever you have set for your writing. And also, I would like you to trust in your abilities, trust in the innate skill that you have, and also trust in the in your abilities that you're sharpening through writing courses such as this one, or books that you're reading, or challenges that you're embarking on, and so on and so forth. So trust in the abilities that you have, that you are sharpening over and over again. Trust that they will get you where you want to be. And lastly, I would like you to trust in the process. You need to trust in the process. because every failure, because you're there's bound to be failure, and by failure I mean you may not write very well at the beginning. Okay, I when I look back at what I used to write, I cringed. They weren't very good. Okay, they weren't good at all. But you need to trust in the process. Trust that when you permit yourself to write badly, even if what you what you're writing at first is not good, trust that it will get better. Because that way you're trusting the process that will take you from being not very good to becoming good and then becoming a polished writer. I'm going to use the word from the course, becoming a polished writer. Okay, so let me recap. I'm going to do a recap before I, end the video, this first video. And what we talked about in the first lesson is mind work, and we talked about being conscious of your intentions. Make the intention to write for Allah's sake so that you can get rewarded in this world and in the next. Be conscious of your beliefs, the beliefs that you hold about Allah, the beliefs that you hold about yourself, the beliefs that you hold about your abilities. Being conscious of the mindset that you adopt. Okay, and I invited you to adopt a growth mindset and an abundance mindset. I also asked you to be conscious of trust that you have. Trust, you need to trust in Allah and surrender to Him. You need to trust in the process, and you need to trust in your abilities. Trust that your abilities will get you where you want to be in life. So now the exercise is on the screen right now. I would like for you to pick up your journal and write, I will grow to become the best writer I can be. Bismillah. You can write this as many times as you want. It may not even be the same words. You could write your vision statement in however you want. Okay, it may not be this exact same words. Okay, just make sure that it captures the aim, the goal of what you want for your writing. Okay, so that is the exercise. You do not need to show. It could be something private between you and your Lord. It could be something private, so you do not need to share this, but do make sure you do it and read it every day. Okay, and overcoming or doing this mind work is not something that is done just in the blink of an eye. It's something that you grow into. It's something that takes time to manifest. It's something that takes time to become concrete. It's something that takes time to become a habit. It takes how many days to form a habit? 21 days, right? So you need to be consistent with being conscious of what you feed your mind and what you allow your mind to say to you. So that's the end of lesson 1. I will see you in lesson 2. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.